The show is called Handcrafted Mysteries to let you know that these aren't just tricks that I bought at a magic shop or learned online or in a book. These are tricks that I spent a lot of time creating and developing and improving upon to the point that I wanted to share them with people. And I hope that the title makes that clear and that people appreciate it. On the count of three, show everybody 1, 2, 3, the King of Hearts. The original concept for Handcrafted Mysteries was really just that I wanted to have an hour of my original magic. And after years and years of developing the show, it really sort of took on a life of its own. 4. Hello, everyone. Handcrafted Mysteries bounced around to a couple of different locations before it found a home at the Claremont Forum. I did the show in a theater, I did the show in a yoga studio, I did the show in a hotel, but ultimately I think it really started to thrive and get its own life when it found the bookstore.
That's what's there.
I'll just drop the 20.
I also think that the bookstore does a good job of putting people's guard down a little bit. I think that there are certain insecurities or anxieties that people can have when they go to a magic show. They're worried about getting called up on stage. They're worried about being made fun of or something. And I think the bookstore does a good job of putting people at ease, making them feel at home. And from there, I can create the best show that I can.
Oh! Stop it!
Okay, tell us how we did it now.
Okay, oh, stop it!
Wow, that's amazing.
There are a lot of moments in the show where I ask people to come on stage, or I ask them to do things that maybe would otherwise be a little uncomfortable. And I don't want people to be anxious about that. I want them to be excited about it. And so I'm not somebody that's going to bring you on stage and make fun of you. I'm not somebody that is going to approach magic from a place of superiority. My goal is to inspire wonder, and I can only do that if you're on my side and if you feel comfortable.
If this worked, I realize it looks like nothing's happening. I'm an adult. I realize this is a ridiculous thing to say, but I'll take that. Thank you.
One of my favorite moments from Handcrafted Mysteries happened pretty early on in the show. It was that first February of the show. So we had a Valentine's show, and the next day I got an email from a guy that was at that show with his girlfriend, and he said, "Hey, I want to come back next week with my girlfriend, and I want to propose." And I was like, absolutely. So we set it up to where the ring would be inside the box at the end of the show as the finale. And so we did the show, and I had him open up the box, brought her on stage, and he went down on one knee, and yeah. That's one of those things that you can't really plan for. I have no idea why I do magic. I wish I had a great answer for that. I don't. I've been doing magic for about as long as I can remember, and I've never really fallen out of love with it. I realize that it's a very weird thing to commit one's life to, but it's been good to me so far. And if I can provide a fun night out for people that's unique and different from anything else that they might see, I've done my job.
Yours is a heart?
Yes.
The 4 of hearts?
Yes.
Alright, your seats.
One of the cool things with Handcrafted Mysteries is at the start of the show, I'm standing in front of a bunch of strangers. And at the end of the show, it doesn't feel like that anymore. A lot of times with a gig, I show up, I do my tricks, I leave. But at Handcrafted Mysteries, it feels like we're all getting to know each other. At Handcrafted Mysteries, you can expect to see things vanish and teleport, and you might have your mind read. But ultimately, I hope you experience wonder. And I hope you experience that with people that you love.